Hi, it's Jason from Eats and Beats, aka your professional home chef. And if you've been rocking with me since the beginning, you'll know that way back in episode 8, I shared a recipe that didn't quite go according to plan. If you're not here, go ahead and check that one out and then come back here. I'll wait. So to recap, I ended up giving that dish a C+, and then asked for some advice in the comments. Somebody in the comments mentioned a dish with which I was not familiar, an Irish dish called Colcannon. I looked it up for a little research, saw that it was a dish traditionally made with cabbage, potatoes, and butter, and thought, yeah, that seems like a great way of revisiting the same dish. So I decided to lean in that direction for what will now be Test Kitchen number 2. Enjoy.
The cabbage is going to be the star, so I'm chopping this whole head up, salting it to remove any extra liquid, rinsing it, and then spinning it dry. Then, like last time, I crisp up some smoked salmon and treat it like bacon. I snipped some chives and parsley from the garden, chopped them up, and melted some good butter into it. This chive butter is going to get used for much more than this dish, so stay tuned. Then I sliced up a sweet onion and headed to the backyard to hunt for a carrot. Apparently, this is what happens when you don't thin out your carrots enough. It's ugly as hell, but it's still finna get ate. Washed, peeled, and grated, and I'm taking the carrot greens and blanching those in boiling water, chopping them up, adding some caraway seed, pepper, salt, olive oil, quick saute, hit with a little white wine. Instead of potatoes, I'm using other root vegetables, celeriac, rutabaga, and turnips. Make them naked, then chop them up into pieces based on density. Rutabaga the smallest, then celeriac, and then the turnips. Set in water to boil until they're tender, then let them steam dry. These are garlic cloves that I gently poached in oil to make a confit for another dish. They're tender and pungent, and along with that chive butter, those mashed up root vegetables get riced, pressed through a sieve, and then stirred together till creamy. That dried cabbage gets sprinkled with no salt seasoning, the cut onions and carrots get some olive oil, and with those carrot greens, they hit a hot cast iron first. To keep the heat high, I take them out once they're mostly cooked down, wait a bit, and then put the cabbage in, deglazing with a little apple cider vinegar. The onions and carrots get mixed back in along with the mashed root vegetables. And we're ready to plate. A little chive butter on top and a sprinkle of chopped salmon bacon, and there's our dinner. A surprise hit for the boys, who ate it again the next day for dinner too.
So, as per other people's feedback, I focused on the cabbage as the star of this dish and left out the mushrooms entirely, which I think worked pretty well. Nobody outshined anybody, and this dish was a complete, cohesive whole. I think subbing out the potatoes for a more healthful and flavorful option worked well too. In addition to a few extra pinches of that salmon bacon, this dish benefited from a healthy dose of some black pepper too. I'll be the first to admit that it still wasn't the prettiest plate, but some things taste better than they look, and this is just one of those things. I'm upgrading this dish to a B+. As always, thanks for watching. For this recipe and all of my others, subscribe to my Substack. And don't forget to like, share, follow, comment, and let me know what you want to eat for dinner.